No. Hello, everybody. I thought I was going live at 12 o'clock, and I realized I was actually going live at 11:30. So I'm super sorry about that. I'm sorry if anybody was waiting for me. My sincerest apologies. I'm just going to. I want to make the screen a little bit bigger. I don't know how it like. I don't like the way it's looking, but it seems that share screen. No, I don't want to share screen. End screen. End stream. Oh my goodness. Let me go to edit. I can't do that. So it looks like this is the size of it. Okay, not to worry. I'd set it up really nice. Like I had it on Zoom first and I'd set it up really nice. And it was like a nice background and everything, but c'est la vie. So anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another live. I hope you're doing well. Happy Super Saturday. I'm going to say happy scrumptious Saturday because of one of the things that I'm going to be doing on today's live. I'm going to be with you for about the next hour or so, just spending some time with you getting to know me a bit more. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat and I will answer them. So welcome to new subscribers. If you are if you're enjoying this content, or if you're new to here and you want to learn more about my stories, please feel free to subscribe. I've got a notification that said this tab is using extra resources to improve your to improve your performance. Let Chrome make it inactive. No, Chrome, you can leave it alone. Okay. So we're going to be so if you're new and you like this story, or you're interested in knowing more and you don't want to forget, just click subscribe. Welcome to my viewers that have joined me on the last few Saturdays. I'm glad that you're here again today. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, there's two topics. I want to tell you about my story of being a Jamaican citizenship and being denied entry into Jamaica. Yes, that's what I said. And being told that they're going to send me back home. This is when I got to Customs and Immigration. And then the second thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking you through how I create my juices. I have been on this wellness journey for almost 3 years now. I mean, not really. I suppose I need to stop calling it a wellness journey. It's just what I do. It's just who I am now. I create my own drink. I create my own juices. If I'm not juicing, then I'm just going to be drinking water. And it is a mixture of fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to be taking you through one today. I'm going to be using pak choy, carrot pulp, banana, apple, ginger, and cinnamon. And then I'm going to walk you through just how I do it and what some of these ingredients can do for your health. But first things first, let's talk to you about the wonderful journey of my Jamaican citizenship. So about 6 weeks before about 6 weeks before I was due to leave to fly to Jamaica for 2 weeks, I decided to move there. So I did all my research through Google. There wasn't ChatGPT then. So Google, I used the Home Office and Picker to be able to find out what do I need. And great news, I was like, yeah. Because my parents are Jamaican, as long as I can prove citizenship through descent, I automatically get my citizenship. And it means that I don't need a work permit to work in Jamaica. So, I was like, okay, we're going to do that. So I started to do all the paperwork, and I got my paperwork here because I want to show you how I did, what I got and how I did things. Now, I will drop the Home Office website and the Picker website and the Jamaica, what is it called? The Jamaica High Commission. So those are the two websites that I was looking at. Home Office in the UK and Jamaica High Commission, as well as I was Googling as well to find that information. So I'll drop those two into the chat. But I also, when I came to Jamaica, was looking, working with the government with regards to PICA. So I'm going to put that link in the website in the YouTube description as well. So when I was within that 6 weeks doing my research in the UK, I got a receipt from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Jamaica High Commission, London, to say that, you've made payment to get my emergency certificate and certificate of citizenship. So the documents that I had to hand in was one of my parents' birth certificates, my parents' marriage certificate, and my birth certificate, because then it proves that they are Jamaican, they both married each other, and then they are my parents, because I'm proving Jamaican citizenship through descent. So I posted all that and then submitted it all, and this is the receipt that I got. When I got to Jamaica, obviously I was traveling on my British passport, and they did stamp me because they were supposed to stamp me. Okay, so they stamped me for 90 days. I couldn't work and things like that. I was in the process of getting my Jamaican citizenship. Anyway, I eventually got my Jamaican citizenship through PICA. And this is what I got through the post. So I got a letter to say, the letter from PICA, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. The link is in the description. Dear Ms. Smith, I am pleased to inform you that your application submitted for Jamaican citizenship by descent has been approved, and the letter of certification is closed. Please be advised that this is a very important document which enables you to be the holder of a Jamaican passport and should therefore be kept in a safe place. The passport may be applied for at the passport section of this office. Please quote the above aforementioned reference in any future communication with the citizenship section. So I was like, and that was on behalf of the chief executive. So I was like, sweet. And here you go. This is my letter of certification. And it says, this certifies that on the basis of documents submitted to the Ministry of National Security, a claim to Jamaican citizenship by birth, descent in respect of the above mentioned person, Natalie Dion Smith, has been satisfactorily established. Documents submitted, evidence of mother's Jamaican nationality, and then it just breaks down what it is and a date of birth and all those things. Evidence of maternal filiation, and then it breaks it down what I gave, certificate and certified copy of birth entry, which is my birth certificate. So that's the evidence of maternal filiation. Natalie Dion Smith is a citizen of Jamaica for and behalf of the Ministry of National Security. Boy, this did sweet me. I was like, hey, ho, hey, ho. And this also meant that I could now apply for a job. And that came within a matter of weeks after I'd landed. Okay, so I applied for a job, and I actually have a YouTube video, and the link is in the description. It tells you my story of how I found my job in Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego Bay. So I got my job in Montego Bay working for Simpress, which was formerly known as Vistaprint. And I started working for Vistaprint in November. As part of the induction onboarding, Vistaprint Global wanted to send me and a few others to their head office in Lexington. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And because of that, I needed to do some things, meaning that I didn't think that I would be traveling as much or ever again compared to what I was doing in the UK. So when I got my letter of certification, I hadn't made any plans to go on a vacation anywhere outside of Jamaica. Why am I going on vacation when I live on a Caribbean island? So when I was told I was going to the US, that was great, but I had my US part. I didn't have my Jamaican passport. I had my citizenship, and by November, in theory, I've overstayed because I got stamped 90 days. So I called PICA to explain the situation, and PICA said that's okay. This letter certifies you as a Jamaican citizen, and it gives you the permission to get your passport, but you are a citizen, so you can travel on this. So I was like, sweet. But Natalie's like, yeah, I'm going to bring every single document that I can in addition to this, right? Because in theory, I'm now going to fly out on my British passport, which I always do, so that I don't have to apply for Jamaican citizenship in the US. And then I'll be coming back on my citizenship. So let's fast forward. Had a good time no, actually I didn't. I was sick out there because I actually extended my time in the US to do some more onboarding and induction. And then that time that I extended, I got sick. So it kind of wasn't that great. So on the way back, I got to customs and immigration, and this passport's in my bag. I don't need it. So I showed the documents that I just showed you, which was just this. And they took me out of the section and put me to the side, to the side. So I was like, well, what's going on? I'd flown into Sangstar International Airport because I lived in Montego Bay. So I was like, this is strange, but kind of didn't think much of it. And they took me into a room. So I was like, okay, this is more than strange. This is weird. So I can't really remember distinctly what the conversation was about or what involved, because this is back in 2012. I'm just going to type in the chat. Hello, everyone. Feel free. I'll just type in the chat because I hadn't yet. I don't even know if my chat's working. Are you there, guys? If you're there, just give me a sign. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Just drop in the chat. I'm still here, Nat. I've also got a question for you. If you could live and work anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Now, my answer to that question is Jamaica. So we're good to go living in Jamaica. And just drop, your name and where you're watching from. So let's go back to the dungeon office. No joke. It wasn't down below. It was like, it was on, I'm not sure where it was, but it wasn't a dungeon, but there weren't no windows. I'll tell you that now. So when I was I can't remember specifically because, it's 13 years ago when this all happened. No, actually it's not now, Liz. Yeah, it's 13 years ago because 2025, I moved there 2012. But what they said to me was, you've overstayed your welcome and you can't come in this country. I was like, what did this brother just say to me? I can't remember if it was a brother or a sister. I was like, what? So you can't get in the country. I said, what do you mean I can't get in the country? He said, because you've overstayed your welcome, 90 days, and that's why you can't get in the country. I said, well, I can because I've got my Jamaican citizenship letter of certification. I called Picker and they told me that I can use this to apply for your passport, my passport. And I think they said to me, yes, that's correct, but you can't enter the country on this. You have to enter on the passport, meaning that as soon as I got that letter to say that I can now proceed to get in my passport, I was supposed to do it straight away. In hindsight, that kind of made a bit of sense. But boy, I'm adamant that's not what the woman said to me, or the woman or the man. I can't remember, and I don't want to assume that it was one sex and then people start to generalize because I really can't remember. But I don't remember saying that. But it kind of made sense when they were saying it. So I was like, so immediately, not only couldn't I get in the country, but I overstayed. It wasn't like it was like 6 weeks and I had 6 weeks left on the stamp. So I was like, where am I going to go to in the UK? I said, I don't live in England anymore. I have no place to live. I have no job in England. I was like, all I could think of was, where am I going to go in England? Where am I going to go in the UK? I had, I was thinking, what about the place that I live in Montego Bay, my landlord? I was thinking about my job in Jamaica. It was a hot mess. I don't remember crying or anything like that. I can't remember if I was emotional or not, but I was just so surprised and I was just so shocked. I was like, this is unreal. Anyway, but obviously I got in the country, didn't I? So I can't even really remember specifically how I got in, but I do remember after saying about where I've got a job here, I live here, there's nowhere in the UK. They then wanted to know more about my job, where I worked, things like salary, where I lived, my landlord, like all those things, what I was paying. And then I was able to look in my phone to show, by the way, I didn't have a cloud account. I don't think cloud existed then. So luckily I could go through my emails and show correspondence and information, but it wasn't just that simple. I had to fill in a lot more information in regards to where I'm going after this, much more detail. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my nightmare journey of being a Jamaican citizen and being denied entry into Jamaica. So what did I learn from that? I learned that you can't believe everybody that, well, when you speak to people, when you're interacting in Jamaica, whether it's in the private sector or in the government sector, you can't take what they say as the gospel truth. You do need to trust and verify. You need to call back and speak to somebody else or clarify. And in the case of me, I just brought back up information on everything. And that's kind of what I experienced. So that's my Jamaica. So like I said, in the YouTube description, I'm going to put the website for Home Office, the UK High Commission, PICA. There's a couple of videos. There's a video on how I found my job in Kingston and Montego Bay, if that's very helpful for you. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to drop it in the chat, and I'll go to the chat now just to see if there's any questions or comments before I go into my wellness journey, my juice making segment. Woo! Okay, so hello, Platinum's World TV HD. Still here. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Blessed love. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the awesome words. It really just gives me confidence to keep going. And I get excited when people that I don't know, right, strangers to me, become friends, become viewers. And so thank you very much, Platinum's World TV HD. Big up yourself. Let me go back to the chat. Andrew. Now, I'm going to, my apologies if I pronounce any of your first name or surname wrong. I'm going to try my best. So, Andrew Ugboma. My father is from Nigeria. My mother is Jamaican. I prefer Africa over the Caribbean. Andrew, I've never been to any of the African continent, any part of the African continent. But I would say, I feel like I would probably feel the same. Like I prefer Africa. I love Jamaica. I absolutely do. But I'd love to live in Africa because that is where my descendants are from. I was taken from there to somewhere else. And when I decided to move from the UK to Jamaica, it was almost as if like, why was I here? Why was I in the UK? Why was I in the UK when I really should be in Jamaica? Why am I living in Europe? And I understand the reasons why my parents went, but I was like, why am I living in Europe? And I didn't feel that until I moved to Jamaica, because, I just felt like I connected more in Jamaica. On the TV, I saw more people like me. Just music resonated with me more here. Food, that's where I was raised. And I appreciate the opportunities that I got in the UK. So I feel like, Andrew, if I went, by me going to the Caribbean, to Africa, I'd be like, why am I in Jamaica? Yeah. So big up yourself as well, Andrew. All right, so I'm going to clear my little desk or in my kitchen. So hey, thanks for the comments. Glad you are all still here. All right, so let us go to the wellness journey part. Okay, so when I make my juice, whether it's fruits or vegetables, I will use frozen as well as fresh. Frozen because it just lasts longer than what I've bought. And typically it's my vegetables and my fruits. It's the same thing, fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to go over here now to the fridge, and I'm going to get the pak choy, carrots, banana, and apple, which are all frozen. The ginger and cinnamon I use for flavoring because I don't use sugar in my juices, which is why my boyfriend Malin never drinks them. It's like, what is this butters drink, Natalie? Yeah, he's been learning some English colloquial slang, bless him. Probably not using it in the right way, but he's like, what is this butters drink? Because he uses sugar. I also use honey, but I didn't purchase any honey. All right, so here we go. Choy, banana, and apple. here. I kind of overpacked the freezer. So we went to the market yesterday morning. We go over, so I kind of rammed, the freezer's really packed at the moment. So we have pak choy, frozen pak choy. Obviously you can do fresh as well. Let me show you some fresh pak choy. Ta-da! This is some fresh pak choy, and I'm using frozen pak choy. This pak choy is in the fridge. Mala's going to be doing saltfish and pak choy, so there's a little bit here for him when he's ready to do it. Now, pak choy is really great for immunity and bone health. I've got my little notes in the right-hand corner so I can remember pak choy. So I'm going to go and get we're going to put everything in. This is a Ninja blender that I bought last year, November. So first things first, I'm going to put the pak choy and just, you can see, put it in there like so. Quite a lot. Now, there you go. Now with the fruits have sugar in it already. So what I tend to do is, even though I've got all of this, I don't put all of it in. I don't want it to be too sweet. And also you can put on weight as well over consuming fruits. Yes, you can. So this is the apple. Now apples aid in digestion and heart health. Digestion and heart health. Now this is in season in Jamaica right now. So that's why I have it. Thank goodness. I love it when the fruits come in season. So I'm going to put a little bit in like that, as you can see. And then we're going to go with banana. Now, banana supports health and muscle function. So I'm going to put just like half in. Because like I said, it's super sweet. And goddamn, I'm throwing away my things, man. And then so Mala did juice yesterday. He had done what did he do? He peeled pineapple juice, Jesus, and carrots. So here's some pineapples, and he does it himself from scratch. So peel off everything, and then chop up the pineapples. I'm coming. So we have that in the morning. Voila, Cesar, just here, and then he peels the skin and then he boils it for about 15 minutes maybe, or is it 5 minutes? I don't know. And then he actually made carrot juice as well. And after he used the blender, I asked him to keep the pulp because, yeah, I like that stuff. It's the vegetables, just the pulp version. And this is what he made. He mixed it together to make pineapple and carrot juice. It's got sugar in it. I'll still drink it. But what I tend to do is I'm going to do it actually. When I'm doing my juices, I might just pour a little bit of this in it because it kind of sweetens it. So yeah, even though I don't have sugar, I like to have a little flavor. Okay, so this is the carrots. Now carrots boost vision and what's that I put there? And skin health. So I'm going to use, I didn't really expect that to not be able. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of it to put in there. Like so. By the way, I don't like eating banana. It's not the greatest taste, but I tell you something, in juices, oh gosh, in smoothies, it's the nuts. All right. So what's next? Ginger and cinnamon. So where's my cinnamon? Here's my cinnamon here. Now cinnamon is really good. It helps balance blood sugar. What I'll do is I'll pour some in there. Voila, c'est ça. And then we have ginger. So I keep saying so, everybody. Oh, gosh. When I review back my lives or my recordings, while the ones that I record and edit, I'm like, Natalie, you keep saying so. You move a lot with your hands. It's annoying. I wonder what it is for you lot. So I'm working on that, but I want to, hold myself accountable by letting you know there are some things that I got to work on in my vocabulary. Yesterday, now normally I would have said so yesterday, and I didn't. Yeah, I'm getting better. Yesterday, Mala added, and I used to say as well. Mala added ginger, and I was peeling the skin off before, and I noticed that Mala didn't do that. And I'm not really good at peeling skin off like carrots, potatoes. That's why I use a peeler, because I end up peeling off half the carrot or the potato. And then with ginger, because it's so small, it's like that's the ginger, but I end up having like 50% of it. So when I watched him, and he was cutting it up like this. Well, you can't see it because I'm cutting it. And I did not see him peel anything at all. No skin, no nothing. And yesterday when he was in the kitchen preparing his juice, he said to me, "What are you begging?" I love him so much. He's like, "What are you begging?" And this time I was really chuffed with my answer. I said, "I'm begging information," because I was watching him cut up the ginger. And that's the ginger cut up. Now the ginger as well, for me, it gives it flavor as well. Now after I've done that, like you saw, I poured some of the juice in there. Let me pour a little bit more in there, just to give it a little ting, a little zing. Oops. And then, well, I would normally put water. Oh yeah, Mallow said he's taken the water. So I'm not taking. Well, we have a water. This is what we have in our home, and we have a pump that when you press it, the water comes out. But he's taking that in today with him to work. So I'm just going to pour the water like this. All right, and that's it, my dears. It's ready to blend. Now, when I do my blending, I normally do it for about 4 or 5 minutes. And each time you blend, the setting memory is 1 minute. But it's really, really loud. And I don't really want to do that on the call with you or on the stream with you. And like 5 minutes is a long time. So it's a long time. What I also normally do, I will blend it, or I'll put it on the setting for smoothie, and I'll do that once, and then I'll pour some of it out and taste it to see what it's like, if it needs some more of this. After I've done that, I then put it back on and blend it on high, depending if sometimes I may actually say I want to keep it as a smoothie because I love the taste of it. If I'm not hot on the taste, then I'll just make it as a juice. So what I'm going to do this one is I'm going to blend it for 1 minute, see what it tastes like, and decide if I'm going to blend it on smooth or on high. Normally I do it for 5 minutes, but because of the noise, I don't want to do that. I'll just keep it as it is, because I kind of want to show you what, the whole full journey of my juicing. Now I juice every 2 to 3 days. So I was due to juice yesterday. I ran out probably late afternoon, but because of this live, I decided not to. I wanted to wait. So there you go. I'm going to put it on. I hope you can see it. And I'm going to do it. I hope you can see it. I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to go and check the chats and just respond to people. So if you can bear with the noise for 1 minute, enough love to you all. There you go. See it change colour throughout. Normally I would do beetroot as well, because I've got beetroot in the fridge. But I had beetroot. Did I have beetroot last time? Beetroot flavour? No, I had apple flavoured. But I didn't get much banana in my last sort of run, so I wanted to focus on the banana. But I will do another wellness one. in a couple of Saturdays, because I want to show you the different types of fruits and vegetables that I use, and just tell you about some of the healthy nutritionist, I'd say, facts that can help you with your body by the things that you eat. So there you go. Now I'm going to pour it in here. I'm just going to stop here. I was typing and I realized I was in the way of what was going on the blending. But big up to yourself, young Joe. Thank you for what you said about the consistency, because this is what really the YouTube channel and being a content creator is about. It's just consistency. It's consistently putting out content, putting out information, creating videos. Because if you don't do that, then people won't be able to know when you're doing things, and they see you every now and again rather than staying committed. So thank you for saying that, young Joe. I think I recognize young Joe. Young Joe, did we used to work at Vistaprint together? Yeah, so I'm going to pour some of this in there because it's a smoothie, all right, which is why it looks like that. Oh my God. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend it a little bit more, because I'm just going to put some of this. By the way, I'm very happy and okay using this water. Ain't no problem with me yet. I just need to blend it a bit more, and I'm going to probably keep it as a smoothie. Watcha, give thanks and praise, man. Oh yeah. And there you have it, everybody. Put a bit more in. My smoothie, juice, smoothie, it's all the same to me, because then what I end up doing anyway is, even though it might come out as a smoothie, when I am going to have my drink, put some more water in, I will fill it up to about halfway, put some ice in it, even though it's in the fridge, yeah. And then I get some more water from here, you can see it, and top it up. So it's like, in essence, I'm stretching it out, but even though I'm stretching it out, I'm adding water to it. So I'm actually drinking water, a water-based juice, a water-based smoothie. All right, so that's all done. I'll tell you the ingredients that I used again, everybody. So I use pak choi. Now, pak choi is great for immunity and bone health. Carrots. I used the pulp from Mala's carrot juice yesterday. It boosts vision and skin health. I use frozen banana and frozen pak choi as well. Frozen banana supports heart and muscle function. Apple aids digestion and heart health. And finally, ginger fights inflammation and boosts immunity. Cinnamon, which is I put in as well, helps balance blood sugar. And here you go, my drink. Man. Yeah, man, it's nice. I'm sorry, I forgot you lot were all there. But it's really, really, really nice. So that is my live for today. Thank you so much for watching. I talked to you about my interesting journey from being denied citizenship in Jamaica, even though I was given approval that I was and approved by the head of national. Who was I approved by? Let me check. Minister of National Security. That department in the government said that I was a Jamaican citizen, but yeah, it didn't really work because I was still denied. And then I took you on my wellness journey of juices. I don't know if you can see in the background. We got bananas, we have pine, we have orange, we have papaya. Yeah. So that's all Mala's fruits that he makes every morning. He prepares every morning. Oh, I forgot my watermelon. I usually put watermelon in there. No, I'll do that next time. So some of the fruits I will freeze, some of them I'll eat straight away, or I'll put in the fridge and add to my juices. I will do another wellness journey soon on some juices. Maybe I might even do some cooking. I could do that. If you enjoyed watching this live, you got some jokes, you found it very informative, I'd love it if you could click like and share with somebody that you think would benefit from watching this. If you're new and you stayed to the end, thank you very much. But to be able to watch more and that you never forget when I've got a video coming, just click subscribe and then you'll be able to see me. And I'm very, very sorry, everybody, for being 15 minutes late or 13 minutes late. I thought I'd scheduled it for 12. Well, no, I said to myself, I'm going to do 12 instead. I didn't realize that I'd already scheduled it for 11:30. So my sincerest apologies for being 13 minutes late. From now on, I'm going to schedule them for 12 o'clock EST time. Let me go to the chat. What about the mangoes? New Haven from Connecticut. I would say whatever fruits that we haven't got there, it means it's not in season. I want to say that, but I wasn't born and raised Jamaican. So my boyfriend might say, yes, it is in season, Natalie, but it just wasn't there, or it was probably a bit more expensive that willing to pay. But I don't remember seeing any mangoes. No, it's not. But actually it is in season because down the road from where we live, there's enough mango trees. Mango tree in a people them garden, right? And mango tree just dip on the roadside, right? So, and I have seen some mangoes. I have seen mangoes. Green mango. I want to say Julie, but I want to say Julie because that's the only mango I know. When it, if I can, I'll get some because they're still ripening. And then New Haven, Connecticut, New Haven CT. Hopefully when you're on my next live and I've got the mangoes, I can show them to you all. I'm just thinking that last year when they were in season, I remember bringing home shopping bags of mango that were, just there. Either, yes, in people's, I'm going to say that trees that were just up on the road. And then there's trees that were hanging far, far, far across from someone's garden property onto the main road. And so yeah, but anyway, I'm going to say toodaloo, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Even if you didn't make any comments, I just appreciate you being here. Like I said, I will drop in the description the Home Office, the UK High Commission, pick a website. I forgot to tell you, if you want to know more about my wellness journey, where I get my fruits and vegetables from, I'm going to drop in the YouTube description a video of a day in the life of myself and Mala going to Kingston Market to get all our fruits and vegetables. Thank you all for watching this live, and I'm going to see you again next Saturday for another live. I'm not sure what topics I'm going to pick. I don't know yet. I gotta have a little think about that. But I think I'm gonna have it again at the pool because I really enjoyed that because I got time to do a bit of swimming as well. So let me know in the chat if there's anything specific you want me to talk about. Otherwise, I'll have a think about what I'm going to talk about, and then I'll let you know as soon as I know. All right. So everybody, remember to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to learn, love, and live. Stay blessed.